Hello, this is Jessica with On a Stack of Books, and today I am going to be doing the newbie booktube book tag, and I just copied someone else's 10 questions, but as you can see, I am also going to be doing a paper craft at the same time. Initially, I recorded this paper craft and discovered that I could not do those two things at the same time. I could not focus on the paper craft and talk about myself or introduce myself or what I was doing. So this is a voiceover. So really quickly, the craft that I am doing on this video, it is making a flower using book pages. And so I'm tearing out the book pages and I'm putting it together. It was something that I saw on Pinterest and I thought it was really cute. I wanted to try it and it seemed like such an easy, straightforward project. And I think anytime you make that assumption, things happen. And so as I was trying to make it work, I was losing track of my thoughts, and so I was rambling. So I did take notes for this, and I am fully prepared. So for your viewing pleasure, you can watch the paper craft, and then I'm going to do my 10 questions. So question 1, why did you start this channel? I wanted to... So I originally wanted to record or create audiobooks. I was going to read the books, and it just sounded like this super amazing thing for someone who loves to read books. And looking into it, you could also make money on the side, so it seemed like a good idea. However, it did prove to be a bit challenging with not having any outside noises, house noises, distractions or things like that. And then also just the editing. If you mispronounce something, if you want to go back and edit, it was just extremely time consuming. And so it just, was more difficult than rewarding. So my idea evolved into reading the first chapter of a book with all of those imperfections, background noises and my mispronunciations. And then, my thoughts based on that first chapter, and, anybody else that has read it or wants to read it, just based on that first chapter, what your takeaway from that is. I did think that I tried a couple of videos. I thought watching me read would be just so super boring. So I decided to combine my love for crafting and walking outside with my love for reading into these little enjoyable videos. Then it was, some just bookish crafts, beading, scrapbooking, paper crafts, basically any type of craft. But so I'm going to read the book, and either you're going to go for a walk with me or you're going to watch a craft. But that was the idea. So I started the channel because for those reasons, I wanted to join the community. I watched BookTube, and it sort of morphed into, I'm going to create audiobooks to this. Okay, question number 2. What are some unique things you can bring to BookTube? So I think I answered a lot of that in the first question. Basically, that it's not just going to be my TBRs and my reaction to the books and all of the things that you see a lot of on BookTube, which is fine, but it does tend to be, you find your person that you like and you enjoy the same things. This is going to be more focused on combining my interests of not only book reading, but crafting and walking outside. I love to be outside. I love to go for walks. And so that's going to be the different or unique or fun thing that I will bring. Number 3, what are you most excited about for this new channel? Connecting with other book lovers, readers. So I think that I don't know. I don't know what I'm most excited about, honestly. I think that just connecting with people. So I love to read. I love books in general. Um, Maybe having some interesting conversations about the books, connecting with people that are like-minded. I want kind and creative people. It's always fun to share ideas and maybe even collaborate with someone. It could be a craft or it could be anything book related. So, I don't know. I think I'm most excited about just seeing what will come of it. I'm doing this as an experiment, so I'm excited to just see what's going to happen. I don't know. Number 4, why do you love reading? I love reading. It's quiet, it's cozy, it's portable, it's a great hobby at home. You can travel with it anywhere. I love the ideas, the perspectives, stories, characters, and as cliche as it sounds, they really do take you far, far away while you sit comfortably at home. So it's just a very cozy, homey activity. I love it. I love the power of words. So yeah, there's a lot, but yeah. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? Although I consider myself as someone who has always enjoyed reading, both my parents are readers, so I always do remember reading as a hobby in our home. But the first time I read something where it was like I could not put it down, and really sucked me in was The Clan of the Cave Bear. And then I read the whole series. And for me, I was in high school. I think it was one summer, and I'm pretty sure I finished the whole series in that summer. I just fell in love with Ayla, and I just thought she was such a badass, and I wanted to be like her, and I thought she was awesome and tough and resourceful and loving and caring and patient. I loved the idea of living off the land, with her wolf and a horse and a lion, all of it, everything she overcame. But that was the book for me, and then the whole series. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? So I think my question would be, has this been a positive or negative impact on your life, your family's lives, taking on this experiment project? That's really my question, because I think I've watched enough of the booktube tags where they talk about, questions and they answer questions. And so in the beginning I did have a lot of questions, but I think that would be my main one right now. Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think the hardest part would be potential mean people, potentially mean comments or trolls. I'm super sensitive, and that can be hard to take. And so I have talked to my husband about this, and I think he's going to triage all the comments for me and delete any that are mean. I think that's gonna be my plan of attack. And then of just, obviously the time consumption and is it realistic? Am I biting off more than I can chew? That kind of thing. But yeah. Number 8, when did you start reading? I will take this question, I think when I first read it, as like, when did you start reading for pleasure? Because I think all of us can, look back when you read, you've always read, but in school you're made to read or it's required. So reading for pleasure, high school, that's when it became much more consistent, and I would read for pleasure. The end of high school, towards the end of high school. Number 9, where do you read? I read in bed. I do have a chair in my bedroom that's comfortable, and I like to read there too, but my husband built me a beautiful bookcase that is built into the wall. It's right by my side of the bed. He also installed a reading light above my head, and I love it so much. It's beautiful and it's very comfortable, and that's the most comfortable spot for me to read. I read before I go to sleep, so that's my spot. Number 10, what kinds of books do you like to read? My guilty pleasure is romance. And when I say romance, I mean like smut romance. I like mystery thriller. I like psychological thrillers. I like a little bit of horror. I also love nutrition books. I read a lot of Michael Pollan, and a number of other ones, but I do like nutrition books. I like spiritual books, and then some sci-fi, some fantasy. Yeah. Number 11. What does your book collection look like? It's very, very vast and diverse. I have a ton of books. My channel is called On a Stack of Books, and that's pretty literal. I decorate with my books. I use them. I love them. I have several bookcases, and I really have packed them with every genre, just in case. So I have tons of, yeah, my book collection is, it's large, and I like them. I'm not an audiobook reader. I'm not a Kindle reader. I have, but that's not my first choice. I like to hold the book. I like them. So, yeah, but that is I don't know if that really answers that question, but that's what I'm going to say. So I am excited to be here and see how this experiment goes. My channel will look quite different than most, I think. So I hope that it is well received, and I look forward to, getting involved in the community and meeting people and seeing where this goes. So I did this over voiceover on the video, which is a blessing, because I think this video ended up being like 30 minutes long, and that was a lot of just struggling through the craft and rambling. So this turned out much better. And so thank you for listening, and yeah, I will be seeing you soon. So in the meantime, I will be reading. Bye.